Welcome. It's been said sometimes that yoga is meditation in motion. And I think that's a nice way to practice sometimes, is just to go really slowly, but to move and not hold poses so long. So that's going to be our focus today. Let's begin though by becoming still. So stack your shoulders over your hips, your ears over your shoulders. Either close your eyes or let them rest unfocusedly on a spot in front of you. And begin to observe the natural rhythm of your breath. The breath could be said to be a meditation in motion. Let go of all the things you've already accomplished today, and even the things that aren't quite finished yet. And as you bring your palms together in front of your chest, set an intention for your practice to maintain an inward focus. And with an exhale, you can bow your head to your heart, sealing in your intention. And let your head stay bowed for a moment as you open your eyes. When your eyes have adjusted, you can lift your chin. And with an exhale, you can release your hands down to your lap. All right, we're going to start in a reclining position. So, move your blanket. Come to lie on your back. Legs long. And exhale to prepare. You're going to inhale and stretch your arms and legs as far away from one another as they can go. And then exhale and hug that right knee up and into your chest. Give it a nice squeeze. On an inhale, again, stretch legs and arms. And on an exhale, gather that left knee up into the chest, hugging it in. Inhale, stretch arms and legs in opposite directions. Exhale, gather that right knee up again, and this time start to point and flex your right ankle. And then even circle it around. First 5 or 6 times in one direction, and then 5 or 6 in the other. Inhale, full body stretch. Exhale, hug the left thigh up into the chest. Again, point and flex, start to warm up the ankle joint. And then invite it to go in its full range of motion by circling in one direction, and then the other. Again, inhale, full body stretch. This time, exhale, bring both knees up and into the chest. It might feel good to rock a little bit from side to side, or to squeeze and release the knees a little bit. And when you release your feet to the floor, we're going to roll very gently over to the side and into a fetal position. From here, we're going to come up to all fours. Sit up for cat and cow. I like to add the toes. So tucking the toes under, turn your sitting bones up. Lift your chest and your chin. Roll your shoulder blades back. And then exhale, untuck your toes. Press down into the knees, the palms, round your back and drop your chin. Inhale and arch. Exhale and round. Continue at your own pace. Let the movement start at the tailbone and work its way up. No matter which direction you're going in, the head is the last to move. And then in between this set and the next, we're going to either come to a resting pose or to a pose of the child. On an inhale. All right, puppy tilts. So instead of just moving the spine this way, we're going to take the feet to the right, the hips to the right, the chest and the head. Look over your right shoulder to see your feet. And then back to center. And when you take your feet to the left, hips to the left, shoulders and gaze, you're like a puppy chasing your tail, only instead of a tail, we have feet. Inhale, center. Exhale, puppy to the right. Take your time. Inhale, center. Puppy to the left. And center. And one more. See if you can make the movement last as long as the breath. And one more time, come to your resting pose or your pose of the child. Let's make our way up to standing. Stand in mountain pose, stacking hips over heels and shoulders over hips. And let's do some crescent stretches to open up the sides of the waist. So inhale, reach your arms up. Let's hook the thumbs and exhale, lean up and over to the left. Even though your belly turns to the right, you're leaning to the left. And inhale up, Exhale, palms come together to touch. Inhale, reach up. Hook your thumbs, lean to the right. Open up those left side ribs. Let the breath keep flowing. Inhale up and exhale, bring your arms down, palms to touch. Good, another variation. Slide your left hand down as you lean up and over to the left. Inhale up. Slide the right hand down the outside of the leg as you lean up and over. Inhale up. And again, exhale, palms to touch. Tadasana twist. So inhale, reach up, palms face forward. And then exhale, as you bring the left arm forward, turn your chest and your head to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, right arm forward as you twist to the left. Inhale up. Again, so arms just lower to shoulder height, palms face down. Inhale to center. Exhale and twist. Inhale and up. And we'll exhale and bring the palms together. Let's do a little sequence called Dancing Warrior. So take your wide stance. Let's turn feet a little pigeon-toed to begin, and then turn the right toes out, lining up the right heel with the left arch. Inhale, extend the arms. Let's even reach back a little bit through this left hand before we bend the right knee. And here's where we begin in Virabhadrasana 2. So turning your right palm up, inhale, slide your left hand down the outside of the leg for reverse warrior. And then exhale into side angle pose, forearm on the thigh, top arm up and over. Again, same thing. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse warrior. And then straighten the front leg to come into reverse triangle pose. And you want to keep that front knee nice and lifted as you exhale to come into Trikonasana. Let's put the hand either on the shin or the thigh, but just not the kneecap. Turn the belly and the chest so you're stacking this left shoulder blade above the right, and then extend this top arm up. And looking down for balance, bend the front knee, come for one last time into reverse warrior. And then into proud warrior. And on an inhale, straighten both legs, turn the feet in, release your arms down. So that's one side of the dancing warrior sequence. You can make any little adjustments to even out your standing position. And then we'll do the other side. So right toes turn in, left foot turns out. Pull the feet away from one another as you extend the arms and reach back a little through this right hand. Bending the left knee, come into proud warrior, and we'll turn this left palm up. Inhale, slide your right hand down into reverse warrior. And exhale into side angle pose. And again, inhale, keep that front thigh lowering. Exhale, Parshvakonasana. Inhale into reverse warrior. And then go ahead and straighten that front leg to come into reverse triangle. Keeping that left kneecap lifted, exhale now, hand to shin, thigh, just not the kneecap. And when you grow tall, extend the top arm straight up for Trikonasana. Tailbone draws forward. Good, looking down, bend the front knee, one last reverse warrior. And then one last proud warrior. And then we're going to straighten both legs, turn the feet in, release the arms down. Step in for a moment, kind of circle out any tension from the shoulders. There's a style of yoga called Vini Yoga where they are really good at making sure that you move in and out of poses with the breath. And so we're going to do a couple of Vini Yoga inspired sequences now. They're really nice and calming and let you just work out all the tension in the neck. So let's start in Virabhadrasana 2. So we'll take our wide stance again. Left toes slightly in, right toes slightly out. Line up that right heel with the left arch. As you pull your feet away from one another, extend your arms. We'll reach back a little through that left hand and bend the right knee. Okay, so here's how the movement's gonna go. Let's do just the legs first to get into a rhythm. You're gonna exhale and straighten the front leg. Inhale and bend. Exhale and straighten. Inhale and bend. I think I'm going to change that. You're going to inhale and straighten. Exhale and bend. Inhale and straighten. Exhale and bend. Now let's add the arms. As you inhale and straighten, reach up. Exhale, bend and extend. Inhale, straighten, reach up and look left. Exhale, bend, extend and look right. So we've added the neck now too. Inhale, straighten, reach up and look left. Exhale, bend, extend and look right. Couple more. Inhale, up and straighten. Exhale, out and bend. Let it just become a muscle memory now. Last one. Good. And then we'll release and swap over to the other side. So right toes in, left foot out. Inhale, extend the arms. Bend the front knee. All right. Inhale up, straighten the leg, reach up and look right. Exhale, bend and extend. Inhale up and straighten. Exhale out and bend. Couple more. See if you can get into a little groove with your breath and the movement, not trying to rush. Great. And then when you extend both legs, step in and just circle any tension out of the shoulders. All right, now we're going to move on to some Vini Yoga moves from Warrior 1. So let's come to the back of the mat. Feet are like train tracks, and then you're going to go ahead and take a giant step forward with your right foot, letting your left heel turn in and out. And just like the Vini Yoga exercise in Warrior 2, the legs are going to do a bending and a straightening. But we're going to change the breath here. So on And exhale, you're going to straighten that front leg. Inhale and bend it. Exhale and straighten. Inhale and bend. One more. Exhale and straighten. Inhale and bend. All right, let's hold that there and take your arms forward and up. So palms are facing forward. And when you exhale, straighten the front leg, lower the arms down. Inhale, bend, reach up. Exhale, straighten the leg, lower the arms down. Inhale, bend and lift. Good, start to go at your own pace now. We're focused on the quality of the movement rather than the quantity of the bendings and the straightenings. So the number doesn't matter. Couple more. And on this last one, when you bend, inhale and raise the arms. Let's drop the shoulders, but spin the palms to face each other like you're holding a beach ball above you. And we'll hold the pose for a couple of breaths. And then to come out of the pose, either bring both hands onto the front thigh and step the back foot forward, or you could bring your hands all the way to the floor and come into a lunge, and then step the back foot forward. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, palms to touch. Good, let's come to the back. We've got another side to do. Feet are like train tracks. We're going to take a giant step forward with the left foot. And let's just get the legs going in the Vinyasa rhythm. So on an exhale, you'll straighten that front leg. Inhale to bend. Exhale to straighten. Inhale to bend. One more. Exhale to straighten. And this time, when you inhale to bend, let's raise the arms all the way up, palms face forward. And now when you exhale and straighten, lower the arms down. Inhale, bend and raise. Exhale, straighten and lower. And then start to get into a good rhythm with your breath. Right? Because the number of times we do it is not important. It's the quality of the movements, not the volume. And always let the breath set the pace and the movement follows the breath, not vice versa. All right, the next one, when you inhale and bend and raise the arms up, let's stay there for a moment. Let the palms rotate so like you're holding a beach ball. And when we come out of the pose, you have options. You can either put the hand on the front thigh and then step the back foot forward, or you can put the hands on the floor and then step the back foot forward. Inhale, reverse your dive. Exhale, bring your palms together to touch. Okay, let's stay all the way over on one side of the mat. And we're going to put some stuff together. So first pose, eagle pose. Hands on the hips, find a focal point, something that won't move. And when you bend both knees, lift up your right heel, cross your right thigh over the other. And it's okay if you rest the toes down, or you could squeeze or even tuck, but squeeze the legs together. And then without obstructing your focal point, bring the right elbow under the left. Good, and here's our motion. We're gonna step out wide like a 5-pointed star. And then exhale, release your arms and turn both sets of toes to the right. Extend the arms. Let's even put left hand on the hip and press up through the heel of the right hand, really making your right side body long. And then from here, we'll exhale into Trikonasana. There's kind of a saying in yoga, first you play, and then you stay. So it's like all the movement we did kind of got all the fidgetiness out of our bodies, and now we can stay in a pose for a little bit. When you bring your hand down, inhale and rise up. We're going to step the feet all the way over to this other side. Let's see if all the meditation and motion we did made it a little easier to hold the poses now. So hands on the hips, bend both knees, lift up that left heel, cross your left thigh high over the right, and either rest the toes down or squeeze or tuck, but really press that bottom leg into the top leg. And now left elbow is going to go on the bottom. The breath is still moving. And now inhale, step out wide, 5-pointed star. You're going to turn both sets of toes to the left. Let's bring the right hand to the hip and really lift up through the heel of the left hand. And that way you'll keep those left ribs nice and long as you bring your hand to the shin. Maybe some of you will go to the ankle, but grow tall. Keep this front knee straight. When you extend the arm up, soften the shoulders. And notice the breath is still moving. Even though we come into stillness in the pose. Great. And then inhale and rise up. You can step into the middle of the mat now and bring your palms together. Just check in and see how all of that meditation and motion has made you feel. All right, one more. Take your stance nice and wide. Some of you might want to use a block here. And I'll show you how you'll know. We're gonna fold forward into this wide-legged forward bend. And if you can keep the elbow straight when you bring your left finger pads to the floor, kind of right underneath your chin, then you won't need a block. But if this makes your spine round like this, then just raise the floor higher. Now notice the block has many, many different heights. So don't be afraid to use whichever height you need. And now we're going to inhale and sweep the right arm out and up. If your neck feels okay to look at the hand, great. Exhale and lower. And switch. Now push into the right hand. Inhale, sweep your left arm out and up. Exhale and lower. 2 more. Inhale. Right, be focused on the quality of the movement. Exhale, lower, not on just trying to get as many done as possible. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. 1 more. So first we played, now let's stay a little bit. If you're using a block, you can hold on to it with both hands. We're gonna slide the hands forward and drop the head down. You don't want so much weight in the hands that you do a nose plant if you picked your hands up. So just a stretch without any really weight in the hands. After the movement, it's kind of easier to stay still now. And when you bring your hands to your hips, you're going to lead with your upper back and rise. Great. We're going to transition to a seated pose now. You can come to sit in Sukhasana. Actually, let's do this instead. Extend the legs straight out. And when you lean a little bit over to the right, bring both of your heels back to the left. We all have different proportions, so some people feel better if they take these knees wider. Some people don't. If this just doesn't work for you, you could do the pose like this, like tree pose. And then rooting that right hand down, inhale, raise your left arm up. And then exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So the left hand comes to the right thigh or knee. And relax your shoulders down as you revolve to the right. But now we're going to begin the meditation in motion. And it's with these neck gliding movements. So very slowly on an inhale, you're going to turn your head to look over your left shoulder. And when you exhale, let your head return to looking to the right. Inhale, we're not lifting the chin, we're just rotating the head. Exhale and looking right. On this third one, let's inhale and look left. And now just pause there and breathe. And with an inhale, you can release, stretching the legs straight out. Okay, so for the second side, you're either going to bend up this left knee and come into tree pose, or if your knees are okay with it, bring both heels back to the outer right hip. But let that right sitting bone be heavy. And as you root down through that left arm, inhale your right arm up, and then exhale and revolve. So the hand comes to the thigh or the knee, but relax your shoulders down and turn to look over the left shoulder. You want to keep these collarbones nice and open. Then we'll begin the head movements with the breath. So you'll inhale and turn the head to the right. And as you exhale, slowly glide your head to look over the left shoulder. Inhale. And exhale. This third time, inhale. And then let's keep the gaze over the right shoulder and continue to let the breath rise and fall. And then you can release the head, lean back and stretch the legs long. Just pause and check in and see how all those poses made you feel. All right, last one, variation of the bridge pose. Now that we've made the neck feel really nice, we want to make sure we don't put any pressure on these cervical vertebrae. So when you come to lie down, get your shoulders first up to your ears and then wiggle them close together underneath you. We don't want to turn the head in the pose. So you can just follow my voice. You don't need to watch. And what you're going to do is on an inhale, lift your hips up. And on the exhale, slowly lower. 2 more times. Inhale up. You know, I like to get the legs going first and then we look at the arms. 1 more. Inhale, hips up. Exhale and lower. Okay, when the hips are down, you can turn your head to watch for just a moment. We're going to add the arms and it's going to look like this. As the hips go up, one arm's going to raise up and then exhale, that arm's going to lower and then the other side. So ready? Wiggle those shoulders together, no turning of the head. And as you inhale and lift your hips, stretch your right arm up and alongside your ear, and then exhale, bring the arm and the hips back down. Inhale, lift hips and left arm. Exhale and lower. Oh, it's making my stomach growl. Inhale, lift hips, right arm. Remember to put some pressure in the back of your head so you don't put pressure on the neck. And then inhale, lift left arm and hips. Exhale and lower. Do 1 more. Let your breath set the tempo. And after that 3rd one, stretch your legs long, stretch your arms up. Give yourself a big, big, big full body stretch. And as you gather your knees up into your chest, yeah, if it feels good, you can rock a little bit from side to side, or squeeze the knees together or bring them apart. And then we're going to go ahead and stretch out for Shavasana. And you might notice how willingly your body will sink into the stillness now that you've let it have that motion. Allow your bones to get heavier and heavier because a heavy body is a relaxed body. And then find a 1 pointed focus for your mind. It could be your breath. It could be a mantra. as you begin to deepen the breath, gently rub your thumbs across your other fingertips to awaken your sense of touch. Start to open and close soft fists. And as you bend your knees, see if you can really feel the texture of your mat on the soles of the feet as you bring them to the floor. You're going to use the arms as a pillow for the head as you roll softly over to the side. Use your arms to push yourself up, but let the head be the very last part to arise. As you bring your palms together, there's not just one way to meditate. When you bow your head, thank yourself for taking the time to practice. Namaste.